What's up, YouTube? This is Luke with Random Geek Culture in West Virginia. I just came back from the Star Wars movie, and I want to talk about it. This is going to be spoiler-free. I'm only going to talk about things that were in the trailer. So if you haven't even seen the trailer and you're going in cold, don't watch this. So there's going to be spoilers as far as the trailer, but not as far as the movie. I'm going to leave all of that out. As you know from the trailer, this guy, this guy, the Emperor, he's back because Ryan Johnson killed off Snoke in the last movie. So, there's that. They had to figure out something else. So I'm a big fan of J.J. Abrams. I think that he does very good at tying up stories. He did good with Alias. He did good with Person of Interest. And in my opinion, he did good with this. He did a good job. And that's a tall order, especially with how much things got messed up in the last one. Don't get me wrong, I actually liked the last one. I thought that the last one was actually pretty good. There was a few things that I didn't like, but I mean, it was giving me something new, and it was giving me the whole story of not everybody stays how they were when they were younger. They grow up, they turn into new people. And that was the story of Luke. That's what they were doing with that story. That was fine. I was fine with that. The Canto Bight scene I could have done without, but it felt like a different type of movie. This felt like a really well-executed amalgamation of both a J.J. Abrams movie and a Star Wars movie. It felt like a Star Wars movie, more than the last one, and even more than Force Awakens. I just rewatched all of them, and it fit actually better than I would say most of the prequel movies. Felt a little bit more like that, even a little bit like Emperor Strikes Back, a little bit. But anyway, the question that a lot of people have been asking me is, do I need to watch all the Mandalorians before I go see this movie? Is there something in the Mandalorian that has something to do with this? Not really. There's a few elements that, if you are not a big Star Wars fan and are not familiar with the extended universe, the actual canon extended universe, there's things in there in the Mandalorian that you're already familiar with that you may not be familiar with within the series, and it reintroduces some of that stuff in the Mandalorian, but it's not important. It's not really important. It's more like an Easter egg or maybe a primer, but it's not important. So you don't have to watch Mandalorian to watch this. So don't worry about that. You can go see this movie if you saw the other two Star Wars 7 and 8. 9 movies now. And then of course Rogue One and Solo, and there's just so many. I love Star Wars, so if you couldn't tell from the intro, so I loved this movie. I'm not sure what I'm going to give it for a grade, though. I'm going to see it again with my wife and daughter here probably next week. I will say. Okay, the one thing that I was trying to answer the whole time when I was watching the movie was, does the trilogy add to the Star Wars narrative? Is it important for the Star Wars narrative knowing that they went past 6? Does it add more to the story? Does it add more? Okay. It definitely adds more to the Star Wars universe. Let's say that. Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe? Is it necessary? It was good. It was definitely good. I liked it. Man, there are some things in here. Okay, one thing. Trilogies in general. Let's just start there. Trilogies in general. The last movie is kind of fan service. The last movie is kind of tying up plot holes, answering questions. Did it do that? Yes, it did. Is it a good trilogy of trilogies? Is it a good trilogy of trilogies? Well, we could look at the prequels as the first movie. Just bear with me, as the first movie, and then the original trilogy as the second movie, and then the last one as the last movie. Okay, yeah. It was pretty good. Is it a good trilogy of trilogy? Yes. I could you go without watching these? Sure. Sure. I went with a couple buddies. So Elias, he actually said something that was actually kind of to the point. And it was a great example. So he didn't necessarily grow up on the Star Wars movies. He grew up. This is his series, but his dad grew up with the Star Wars movies, and so he introduced Elias to the Star Wars movies at a young age. And he was saying that certain people said that Disney should just have remade the trilogy for next gen graphics and an updated story and everything. And that's exactly what they did. They remade the Star Wars series, the original trilogy, but reworked the story and told kind of the same narrative. In fact, it almost ends the same way, but it's good. It's good. I like it. And I liked that analogy. Thank you, Elias. So anyway, go see the movie. It was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, was it the greatest movie ever? Did it push cinema? I mean, did it raise the bar? No. But it's Star Wars! It's Star Wars! It's not supposed to push some philosophical question. It's supposed to be awesome! And it was awesome! It was really good! And not just this one, but the trilogy in general. It's really good. And it doesn't ruin it. It makes it better. So, go see it. Don't judge me. Because it's Star Wars. I don't know what else to say. If you didn't like it, I don't know. Watch another series. Star Wars is mine. You can find your own thing. I don't care.